Welcome to Prostyle Podcast, where we always have some of the top receivers on. I love receivers. I wonder why. That doesn't matter. You know why I love receivers, because I'm a former receiver myself. And today I have New York Giants wide receiver, my God, Brittan Golden on today. Brittan, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. You know, I was fortunate to be a part of your career early, man, in Chicago. You know, you are the pride and joy of West Texas A&M, man. Like anytime I live in Houston, so anytime I mention your name, people are like, oh yeah, I know him. He went to West Texas A&M. Talk about growing up in Texas, attending West Texas A&M, and what it meant to you.
First of all, Texas is obviously the greatest state in the United States. Football is big out there. In West Texas, that's where I grew up too. So it's a little small town America. So football is pretty much everything. That's all you got. It was fun. I didn't really enjoy football till I got to high school. I tried it in junior high, but I was too small and was just like, this ain't for me. But you know, we made it through high school, did well, and then West Texas A&M was just kind of a last second. I didn't have any offers out of high school to play football, so I ended up walking on at West Texas. So to get to where I am now from there it's been a blessing.
So let's go back a little bit. You were a walk-on at West Texas A&M, no scholarships coming out of high school, but yet still you found yourself in the NFL. Talk about that journey a little bit. How difficult was it when you walked on at Texas A&M? Did you walk on and the coach saw you, was like, all right, it's taking off right now? Or was it a slow process where you had to continue to prove yourself day in and day out?
Yeah, it was slow. I went to a tryout up there at West Texas my senior year, just because I told my mom, I was like, I want to play college football. I was like, I know I could probably go small school and play college baseball, but I want to play football. And so she was like, all right. So we went to a tryout, did it. Everything went well. And then they gave me a call during the district track meet my senior year and was like, hey, we'd like you to be a walk-on. So I was like, cool. I did the whole process thinking it was going to be like West Texas high school. You know, when you're the star athlete, they don't care about school. So
sure.
Completely different. Because that walk-on status, they don't care. The teachers don't care. Professors don't care. The coaches don't care. Half the time, they don't expect you to stick around. So first couple years was tough, not being the guy anymore and just having no credibility, basically.
Yeah.
But if it eventually worked itself out. I caught a break my sophomore year. Some people got in trouble. Whatever, and I got to start halfway through, and then
nice,
everything started working.
Hey, that's on them. That's their fault for getting in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Open it up for you to come on in and do your thing. And one thing I noticed when you came to Chicago was your speed. You said you played a little baseball. Did you develop that speed from stealing bases, or were you always just like a fast guy?
I've always been pretty fast. I don't know if I was always the fastest, but I've always been the top. So it was just, I think baseball coaches love that. They were like, hey, just if you hit the ball, fine. Just get to first base. We'll do the rest from there.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I played a little baseball growing up. That's why I had to ask, because you're quick. And a lot of people know in football, 10 yards means a lot. So in baseball, the distance from first to second and second to third, if you got
90 feet.
It's 90 feet. If you got a really good start, you're good. You have a really good chance of scoring. And so when I saw you in Chicago, I was like, yo, man, this dude is fast. Like he is fast as heck. And then I started to see you develop your route running, you know, as camp and, you know, practice went on and on. But your first stint with the Bears didn't work out. Then you left there, went to Jacksonville. Then you came back to Chicago. You know, everybody was excited. I'm just going to be brutally honest, all right? Everybody in the receiving room thought you should have been on that squad. Everybody. There wasn't one guy in there that second thought. Like, everybody's like, oh, yeah, we bringing Golden in. But it didn't work out, man. How were you able to overcome, being cut multiple times by the same team?
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. The first time around when I got released, I mean, I thought for sure I did whatever I had to do to at least be on that P squad.
Yeah.
It was tough, especially going home and then not receiving another phone call until like week 12 when Chicago called me back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just to get another call. I mean, I was working in an auto detailing shop, Earl. I was washing people's cars.
See, a lot of people don't
So
know that, man. A lot of people don't know the backstory to a lot of guys' success in the NFL is that you were working at an auto detailing shop when you got a phone call from the Chicago Bears to come back in,
yeah. And it was just, I told my boss at the time, I said, yo, I have a flight tomorrow morning at 10. I ain't going to be at work. Like, he was like, oh, this kind of late notice. And I was like, hey, I'm not going to be at work tomorrow.
Sorry. Hello, is this Rob?
Yeah.
Coming back to work, bro. Like, you're not going to see me for a while.
Yeah, you're not going to see me. It was just kind of like, I got there, did the workout, everything went good.
Yeah.
And they offered me that futures, and told me after that, we'll give you a call as soon as the season ends.
Yeah.
And then I think I went back home, and I was home for like a week, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacksonville called and was like, "Hey," basically said, "Hey, you're on the practice squad."
Nice.
I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
There was 2 weeks left and 3 weeks left in the season, something like that. But I was like, "Hey, I'll take what I can get."
Yeah. Yeah.
The second stint was the tough one.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, everybody was rooting for you. Great route running, great hands, work hard, great kid, do special teams, very polite, mannerable, study hard. We were like high IQ, high football IQ. We were just like, this is the guy. Like, it's a no-brainer, Like, everybody in the receiver room was like, yep, Brittan's going to be our guy. But they chose otherwise. And, I mean, you went to the Cardinals. You made a name for yourself. You weren't just on the P squad. You were on the 53. You was the kick return guy, Talk about going to AZ, being able to play with Fitzgerald, and just playing at the Red Sea, man.
AZ was fun, man. That'll forever be, the first real opportunity. And that was great. I loved Arizona. First, the weather is amazing. It's never a bad day at Arizona. But first getting out there, of course, we had Drake was a receiver coach.
Shout out to Coach Drake.
So, yeah, shout out Odell.
Yeah.
So I had to, I had a familiar face when I got there, and I did the workout, whatever. They put me on the P squad. I got activated that first year, like 6 weeks in. We played in the last year at Candlestick in San Francisco. I was geeked, so happy. I had they made me learn 4 plays, and 3 out of the 4 was a go ball. So it was like I felt great. I went in. First ball I get, fade ball down the sideline. Almost tore my hamstring as soon as I catch the ball. Should have scored a touchdown, but fell down. So now I look clumsy and terrible.
I remember that play.
And I mean, it was fun. That I came back eventually. They finished the year.
Yeah.
Went back to practice squad in 14. Got activated at the end of the year, and then the next 3 years was active, man, and just
nice.
Playing with Fitz was you learn a lot. You get to learn a lot from obviously a Hall of Fame receiver.
Yeah.
But just like his mannerisms on the field and off the field, how he takes care of himself off the field. And, he comes to practice every day and he works hard every day. It's not like when he's practicing, it's not like I'm going to go halfway.
Right.
And do this. Like, he's going to get everything. He's going to do what he's got to do to make sure he's ready for Sunday. And, it's good to learn under that.
That's something I like, man. Like what the listeners and viewers need to understand is that you have some receivers who are prima donnas where they may practice once or twice a week and then they show up for game and they're like 100% all of a sudden. But then you have guys who are 60, 70% and they fight their way all the way through the week and they still show up and play on Sundays. And kudos to Fitz, man. You know, just to hear a future Hall of Famer guy that, you know, put his selfishness to the side and continue to work week in and week out, not just during the game, but during like their practice week. And that's a special player, you know, like you just don't see that very often, you know?
No, and that's the reason why he is who he is.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is he takes that same mentality off the field as well. So whatever he's doing off the field is always, it's never halfway. He's gonna do it, he's gonna do it right.
Yes.
That's just how he's wired. So, you know, just to be able to observe him for 5 years out there was a blessing on that part itself.
Yeah. Well, man, you go to the New York Giants. They just get rid of Odell Beckham. They sign Golden Tate. They give Sterling Shepard a contract extension. Everybody's like, how are we going to replace Odell? Everybody's just trying to figure out, you know, what's next. You guys got Russell Shepard. You got yourself. How are you guys, like, what's your mentality in the receivers room right now?
I think everybody's got a positive mentality. I mean, because all the guys in that room,
a lot of people think that y'all can't replace Odell now. We're just going to be honest. A lot of people are saying that they can't replace their production.
Well, I mean, you can never mimic the same. Everybody's different in itself, and Odell's he's a great player. Obviously, it's shown every year he's been in the league. There's not many cats out there like him, especially in what he does. But in our receiver room, we got a lot, especially like veterans, guys that have been through it, have done it, and you know they paid Sterling for a reason.
Yep,
he can be that guy. He is that guy. Yeah. Golden Tate's proven that in his whole career. I mean, one, he doesn't ever get tackled. So, you know, once that ball in his hand, boy, look like a running back. So,
shout out to Golden.
We got.
He's a Prostyle alumni, man. Shout out to Golden Tate.
Yeah, Golden's cool. Yeah. I like Golden. I need to go. Well, I think we're gonna play golf tomorrow.
Oh man, he stays on the course.
Oh, he stays on the course. only when the sun's out, though.
So let's switch gears here a little bit. Prostyle looks at the symmetry between hip hop and sports. If you had a game tomorrow, what's that one song that you have to play? There's one song right before set it off. By Bossie. Oh man, there we go. Hey man, Bossie getting a lot of love on the show, man. Yeah.
Hey, Bossie's a South legend.
Why Lil Bossie? Why set it off?
He's like one of the gangster rap legends. Like you put Set It Off in there, you ready to just think about it. When we was young, well, you go to the club when you was young and Set It Off, come on, something's gonna happen before the club here.
Yeah,
something's happening.
That's valid. Yeah.
Something's jumping. So it's like before a football game, it's just like it's about to get jumping. They're not gonna be nice to you. I'm not gonna be nice to them. Like somebody's gonna get hit. I was never known for being a hitter, but I would rather hit you than get hit. So I might as well get hyped and ready to
go. Yeah, anytime Lil Bossie came on at a party, a club, I look at my watch, see what time it is, because it's probably
about to get bad.
Yeah,
it's time for to be out the door.
You listen to that before a game, yeah. You get ready for some trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to get into something during this game.
That's the easiest way to let all that aggression out. Just let Bossie just fire it up and then go crazy.
So what's the symmetry that you see between hip hop and sports? So for me, I look at it from a competitive angle. You know, you have the beef, the rivalry in sports and hip hop. What's the angle that you see?
I would probably agree on that side. You know, I mean, it's just one, I think sports just relates to hip hop music so much better. Like even in practices, you go to a practice, you don't hear country music, you don't hear rock music. I mean, some people are gonna play it, it's gonna be mixed in, but like when you're at practice, like even it doesn't matter what your race is, what your color is, like you're gonna bob your head when hip hop music's playing when you are in a sport field.
Very true.
It just A lot of, some of the boys like to listen to that death metal when you work out, and that just doesn't, that just makes me want to ram my head into a wall. Like, it's like I need about 8 ibuprofens.
Yeah.
But I think, you go back and forth, like rapper against rapper, they beefing back and forth. They got a problem with each other. They settle it.
Yeah.
On the mic. I got a problem with this guy. He got a problem with me.
Yeah.
We gonna line up in between them 60 minutes, and we can figure it out.
Yeah. So I got a question. Who's that one cornerback that you always just wanted to go up against? So for me, like growing up, I was a Charles Woodson guy. Like I had his Raiders jersey like as a kid. So when I got the chance to play against him, I just kind of like, yo, this is surreal. Like, and then he ended up playing longer than I did, But to be able to play against Charles Woodson was like a dream come true. Is there a guy that's like a dream come true, like to play against? Like, man, I got the opportunity to play against Dion or anybody.
I mean, Dion growing up, Dion was the guy.
Yeah.
I was a big Cowboys fan growing up, especially being in Texas, and Dion was there. Dion did everything. He returned punts. He caught interceptions. He caught touchdown passes. Like, he was getting reverses. Like, Prime was the man.
And then he'd get on a jet and go play a baseball game.
Baseball game. Like the very next day. Like,
shout out to him.
They don't make them like that no more. So, I mean, growing up, that was one. I guess I never envisioned myself playing football growing up, but I guess, I would think about it at times, and we'd play in the side yard, and I would either act like I was Prime or act like I was somebody going against him. Trying to figure out what it was.
Did you have the headband around your neck, though? That's
See, I did that for a little bit, but it got on my nerves. I couldn't do it, man. I was like, I tried to think about, how does somebody play with a headband? I could see with a chain, but
his attire was the sweetest, man. Whether it was the bandana, the wristbands all the way up his arm, the headband around his neck.
He was way before his time. He had swag before his time.
Oh, for sure.
He was way ahead of it.
There'll never be another Prime. Hey, man, this has been fun, man. I got to have you back on once, the season start. Y'all get into the playoffs and such. But how can the people follow you on social media?
Instagram is staygolden_88. And Twitter is just my Brittan Golden first and last name.
That's
it, man.
Go follow.
I just made a new Instagram too, so I need some followers.
Y'all go follow my man. Show him some love, man. Hey, go to www.prostyle.com for episodes, for merch, for blogs, for whatever, Hey, Brittan, bro, I appreciate you rocking out with Prostyle today, brother.
I appreciate you for having me, bro.
All day, man.